started my fitness journey, I found it a bit difficult and easy. Difficult in the sense that sometimes I really didn't understand what the instructor, what the person I was watching was saying, in terms of maybe when they are using some of these gym words, you know, they were so new to me, so I had to go the extra mile of searching for the words or really paying close attention to know if the person will be kind enough to explain it. Hi Rosebuds, it's your favorite home gym girl, Rose Daniel, and you're welcome back to the park now for another sit down video. Okay, so in this video I'm going to be bringing to you some gym vocabulary as a beginner that you need to understand what it means, so that it can help you in your day-to-day movement or in your day-to-day figuring out the gym life. Okay, so if you're ready, let's dive right into this video. Break it down into muscle groups, types, words used during exercise or types of exercise, and then acronyms. Okay, so I'm really going to do this video in such a way that even a layman can understand it, so I'm not going to really use big words, explain big words, so that you just get the gist. All right, so the first muscle group is glutes. Glutes are the major muscles that make up your booty. Okay, so when you hear this exercise target your glutes, just know that the person is referring to your booty. Yeah, so we have three major groups in the glutes. We have the glutes maximus, minimus, and medius. Okay, so the next one is the quadriceps, which are the muscles in front of your legs. They're also known as quads. Then the next one is the hamstrings. That's just the general muscle behind your leg. Not that there are not other muscles there, but these are just the major muscles that they use in the gym, especially when you hear things like hamstring curls. Okay, then the next one is your calves. Your calves is the muscle behind the other half of your leg. The biceps are the ones in front of your hands. Triceps are the ones behind. Okay, so when you hear bicep curls, you know it's trying to target your biceps, and when you hear triceps extension, you know that is for your triceps. Okay, the back has three major muscles, which is known as latissimus dorsi, which are your lats. When you hear things like lats pull down, then you also have the trapezius, which is known as traps. I don't really know if there's any exercises named after traps. Then the last one, we have the rhomboid. Okay, then the shoulder muscles, we move down to the shoulder. The major muscles you find there are your deltoids and rotator cuffs. So we come down to our chest. The major muscles we have there are the pectoralis major and minor. There are other muscle groups, but these are just the major ones you most times hear people use in the gym. Okay, then we have our core and abs. People do mistake core and abs, but core are the muscles, all the muscle groups ranging from your neck down to your hip joints, because these are the muscles that are responsible for your stability and balance. Okay, so every single muscles that you find ranging from your neck down, such as your back, all your ab muscles, they are all grouped together and known as core. But when you talk about your abs, they are just the muscles that are in front of them, which is also known as six packs. When it comes to exercise, we have three types of movements, or three types of way that these muscles contract. Okay, we have the concentric. Concentric is the shortening of the muscles. When muscles contract and they shorten. Eccentric is when muscles contract but they elongate, they lengthen. And isometric is when muscles are contracting but there is no movement. That's when you call like iso hold, like you're in a hold position, either you're in a plank or squat hold or anything hold is an isometric movement. So the next segment, we go over to words that are used during exercise. Okay, so first of all, we have reps. Reps, when someone says reps, it's just the number of times you do a particular exercise. So when someone says do squats for 10 reps, just the person means do squats 10 times. Okay, when you say set is just like grouping a particular exercise for a wide range of reps. What do I mean? When I say you do squats for 10 reps, 3 sets, meaning that you do squats for 10 reps, you take a break in between, you do it for another 10 reps, then you do it for another 10 reps. So you have to repeat the repetitions 3 times. in groups. Yeah, this is just for you to get the most out of that particular exercise. Just imagine when you just do 10 reps of squats and then you're done with the gym. But with this, it helps you are able to do like minimal, because less is more, is always more. So it helps you to do minimal exercise, but at the end of the day, you're getting the most out of that exercise. Yeah. So the next is circuit. Circuit, another word for it is just group. That's like grouping your exercises in reps and sets of how you are going to do them. All right, so you do this first group first, then after doing this with their complete reps and sets, then you go over to another one. So depending on how you want it, you could do each group then go back again, or you can finish each group first before you move over to the next group. It just depends on how the program is written for you. Then the next one is superset. Superset is when you have 2 exercises done back to back with little to or no rest. This group of exercise could target the same muscle, you understand, so that you can just wipe out, that particular, or it could target different muscles. Most times it's good if it targets the same muscle, okay, so you can get the best out of that workout. Then when you say triceps, it's just three of these exercises. Then when you say drop sets, it's still the same thing, but this time around with weights, where you are going from the highest weight to the lowest weight. Okay, next is compound exercises. I want you to see compound exercises as exercises that you incorporate in your day-to-day activity, even though you're not working out. You understand? So we have 5 major compound exercises, which are push, like you want to push something, then you want to pull something. And the next one is pull. Then another one we have is if you want to squat, sometimes you want to keep something, or you want to arrange somewhere, you have to squat to do that. Or hinge, that's like in a deadlift motion. Maybe if you don't want to squat, you want to hinge back and do that stuff. Or then the last one is carries, because most times, every time we do carry stuff up and down. So these are the 5 major compound movements. So every other compound exercise is revolved around this movement. Another way you can know compound movements is when you feel that there are major muscle groups working together for you to effectively get that workout. Okay, so like if I'm squatting, I'm not just squatting to target my glutes, but my quads are involved, my hamstrings are involved, my back muscles, and sometimes your hand, depending on whether it's the weight is on your back or the weight is on your hand. And the next one is isolation. Isolation is when one specific joint or one muscle is being targeted. Like when I say bicep curls, I do not need my whole back and my legs in order to target my biceps. It's just my biceps that are working. Then the next one is unilateral. Unilateral are exercises that we just do per hand or per leg, and sometimes this is done to correct any form of imbalances we have. And sometimes short form or the acronym can be SL, that's single leg, or if you see SA, that's single arm, but most of the time it's only SL. I do see that means single leg. Then cardio you already know is the physical activities that you do, you understand, in order to get your heart rate up. So there are 2 forms of cardio. You have the HIIT and the LIST. The HIIT, high intensity interval training, is when you do high performance with certain amount of energy to get that in a certain amount of time. LIST, low intensity steady state training, is just when you gradually do it, just like steady state walking on a treadmill, something that doesn't just need so much energy. But HIITs are like jumping, skipping, burpees, this. Resistance training is just like weightlifting, in which you are working against a force. It could be in terms of bands, it could be in terms of weights, or whatever it is, you understand, to help strengthen the bones and all that. So when you hear of leg day or lower body day, that means that these exercises you are going to do are going to be targeting from your hip joints down, your quads, your hamstrings, your calves, your glutes, all that and that. Then upper body days can be divided into push day. When you hear of push, you just imagine you pushing something away from you, and this could be in form of chest press. On push days, you target your chest, your triceps, and a bit of shoulders. Then when you hear pull, it's like you're pulling something towards you. That's in terms of lat pull down. So you're targeting your back and your biceps on a pull day. Then stretch is like when you want to exercises that lengthen your muscles to improve its flexibility. Okay, you have two types, which is done during your workouts, which is mobility and cool down. Mobility is mostly done before your main workout, and cool down is mostly done after. The next is progressive overload. Just as the name sounds, you have to progress. This is very, very necessary because you know your body is so adaptable. So when you adjust, you remain in the same rep or in the same weight for a long period of time, your body is going to adapt to it and you will see no changes. Progressive overload can be done in so many ways, but the two most common ones are either you progress in weights or you progress in reps. You could progress in weights. Example is, let's say I'm doing 10 kg of dumbbell squats this week for 10 reps. Next week, I could do 12 kg of dumbbell squat, 10 reps, or 10 kg of dumbbell squat, 12 reps, or 15 reps. So these are the two most common type of progressive overload, but you can still do other things, you understand, in order to intensify your workout. Then deload. Deload is a week set aside for just lifting light or doing stretches or just more of mobility training. This is like after you have done maybe 4 to 5 weeks of training or lifting very, very heavy. It's very, very important to understand so that it could prevent a lot of injuries that we do have, and so that your muscles will not just tear and no repair. The next we have is sport. There is another person trying to assist you when you are performing a type of exercise. And the thing is that I've noticed that some people really don't know how to spot people. Okay, when you want to, you are looking for a spotter, especially in squats or chest press, the person's hand should not really be on the weight, because the person might still not be able to lift that weight just by himself. And sometimes I see people, if they want to spot somebody that is doing squats, their hand will be on the person's waist. It's not supposed to be on the person's waist. It's supposed to be like your hand is supposed to come under and be here. Just in case the person wants to fall with the weight, your hand grabs the person and the person is upright and two of you stand up together. Not on your waist. The same for chest press. The person is not supposed to put his hand on the weight, maybe like try to help you and lift the weight up. No. The person's hand is supposed to be directly under your palm to help you push. Like if he feels like you can't go anymore, the person pushes your hand up and helps you drop the weight. Yeah, so ensure that whenever you are in the gym, you have a good spotter, somebody that knows how to spot. If not, the both of you are going to fall down and get injured. What we have is full range of motion. Full range of motion is just when you completely do an exercise. For instance, let's say again the bicep curls. Full range of motion is you taking your hand all the way down and you bringing it back. So squats is that you have to go all the way down depending on your mobility. Some can do squats ass to grass, while some can just squat to a normal squat level. Okay, so that is just a full range of motion and you stand up back again. Constant range of motion is when you're not really going back up or you're not really going back down, so it's just like pulsing. When you have mind to muscle connection, mind to muscle connection just simply means when you're doing a particular exercise, you are just thinking or you are focused on the muscles that are working. What do I mean? Like now, if I'm doing a hip thrust is that I'm not thinking, or my mind is not just moving or hovering or thinking about what happened at home or what I ate or what I have to tell my boyfriend after the workout. No, mind to muscle connection is when I'm doing a hip thrust, I'm thinking about my glutes. I'm thinking, how are my glutes feeling? How am I supposed to engage them properly? You understand? Everything on your mind during that exercise is that you're thinking about the particular muscle that exercise has to target. This is very, very nice because it helps you know if truly you are doing it. One, it helps you know if you're truly doing it correctly and if you are actually targeting those muscles. That's why you hear some people say, okay, this variation of squats don't work for me, or since I started doing it this way, it has been working. This is because they were concentrating when they were doing that exercise and were able to know places they could tweak or twist, you understand, just to get the best out of that exercise. So if you're not be concentrating when you're working out, you need to start concentrating. Time under tension is like increasing the tension that particular muscle you are working. Let's say you are doing a squat, okay? So when you go all the way down, you're trying to control let's say your quads, for example. Maybe in going down, you take it down slowly just for your quads to work more instead of just doing 1 up, 2 up, 3 up. That particular muscle you want to work, you want to put it under more tension in that exercise or in that particular rep. Okay, high volume. When you hear somebody say high volume, they're just saying they have light weights for a very, very high rep range. Like maybe say you are doing 10 kg squats and you are doing it for 20 reps or 30 reps. That is like high volume. Whereas low volume is the reverse. Heavy weights for very, very low reps. They are both very good, you understand, to interchange a while. It all depends on what you're trying to do. Then hypertrophy. Hypertrophy just means muscle growth, that you are trying to grow that muscle, or exercises that you do in terms of growing a muscle. Then split or workout split means how your workout is shared or how your workout is planned. Like you can hear just like when I say week of workout, this is what I am doing for a week. Maybe Monday leg day, Tuesday upper body day, this just shared like that. Okay, then pre-workout is anything, any snacks or meal you have before your workout. While post is any meal or snack you have after your workout. Then cutting is the term used when somebody is trying to lose fat. In terms of meal, what, like I'm cutting in a calorie deficit, yeah. And while bulking is like in a calorie surplus. And maintenance is just, I'm just maintaining what I've been currently doing. So you don't want to lose fat or you don't want to gain muscle. Next, we're moving over to acronyms now. ACREP, this means as many reps as possible. When they say till failure, just keep doing until you can't do it again. Okay, then you have DOMS, that's delayed onset muscle soreness. That's when your muscles, after working out and you do not feel pain that day, but you feel it the next and the next and till it's gone. 1 rep max. The acronym is 1RM, but it's still pronounced as 1 rep max. This is when you are able to do just 1 rep for a very, very heavy weight. Like let's say you have been doing 70 kg of back squat and you want to move over to 75, just get 1 rep that day. So that means that for 75 kg is your 1 rep max, something like that. PR or PB, that is also known as personal best. This just means when, like a new record, when you have hit a new record on a particular weight. Let's say you are doing 40 kg and finally you have moved over to 50 kg and you did 5 reps, and next week you are able to hit 10 reps of 50 kg becomes your new PB. Yeah. Then you have BCAAs, is just known for basic chain amino acids. This is just another kind of supplement that people take, you know, aside whey protein, to increase their protein intake. So we have come to the end of this video. Wow, it was a lot. It was a lot, and I think I'm out of breath. I'm out of everything, and I'm so hot. Yeah, but I really hope you enjoyed this. I really did this video because I know that if I had watched this kind of video, it would have been very easy for me, you understand? So I was like, okay, let me share to my rosebuds that might be struggling as well. Okay, so if you watched up to this point and you're not yet subscribed, so I also wanted to say that I am available to make homemade customized dumbbells for you, as things are very costly, and I know some people that are very busy or have tight schedule who still want to be moving their bodies at home. Okay, so I am able to provide this service for you, deliver it however you want it, customized for you at your doorstep. Just send a DM to this number or send a DM to any of my socials. Okay, so thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.